parents if they would agree. No, it's I don't know, suspicious.
To every single suspicion. And again, as a mom, if my son asks me if you are a real mom or if I'm a real kid of yours, the first things they do is to bring all the evidence around and basically showing her or showing him something that proves that yes, you are my son or yes, you are my daughter.
I think so.
Especially when you kind of feel that it's very weird and odd that they do not talk about it to you. Instead, they threaten you and telling you that you should not go live, you should not go and talk to people. In one way, I do understand they want to protect you. In another way, to protect you, they don't need to threaten you to go not go live or go to the social media. The only things that they could do just a DNA test and also take you to the same hospital, bring you the proof, and show you that, well, you maybe imagine something, which is I don't think so you do. And I'm sure that your childhood was not an easy childhood. I'm sure that you went through a lot of trauma. I'm sure that you went through a lot and still, because again, even the DNA proof that you are Madeleine, your childhood wasn't easy. So again, it's very, very important for people who are judging you tonight to not judge you soon, to not threaten you, bully you, label you. And all I want from Madeleine McCann fans and followers, which I know you guys have a beautiful heart, to respect Julia and to let the investigation figure it out if she is a real Madeleine. We all want and we would love to hear that the DNA test will come back and says, yes, you are Madeleine. Every single person around the world will be happy, cry, hug each other, and really be happy. Again, your right to find yourself, your right to find your identity, your right to fight for the true identity. And you are absolutely right to ask your caring parents about the birth certificate, about when, where, and how, because I'm sure whatever happened to Madeleine, if ever she's alive, and I know she is, and I'm sure she is, it's not her real identity at this moment and not her real age. It must be all fake and made up by the caring parent. However, because the Madeleine McCann case was not a normal case or easy case, so if your parents knew about all those investigations for so many years and they hide things from you of purpose and not talking directly to authority and tell about you, tell about exactly what's happening, they are going to basically pay for what they did. And this is not easy for any of them. So if you are a real Madeleine, your parents must be very scared.
And to be honest, I think that mother is scared. Father tried to talk to me, but it was only, he said only that therapy doesn't work and that's all. But mother she's trying to make me quiet about this case. I mean, I feel like that because I feel like that because she told my boyfriend that I have to delay this account till the end of weekend, so today. And if I will not do it, she will talk with lawyer, and it was like problems with law. I mean, she said that she doesn't want journalist looking at her and my family and other members of family. She said that she doesn't she doesn't need a sensation, and that I'm doing it for fame. She said that I want to be star for a moment, but and if she will say it public, I think that most of people could even believe her, because she's after psychology studies. She really knows how to make people believe her, and she really calm when she talks, and it's like very intelligent person. It seems like with that, and I have problems, and people don't understand that I don't have any delusions or psychosis. I don't know how to say it, but and I said not once that doctor and earlier doctor and psychologists can prove it, but it will probably take 1 week or more, because they have to write it, this opinion. But they can prove it that I have only depression, unstable emotional disorder. So I'm like crying a lot, and next I'm very hopeful. So and PTSD, but my current psychologist says that she thinks that it's not this unstable emotional disorder. She thinks that it's complex PTSD, and it's like I never had, and I don't have now any things like paranoia, delusions, or things like that. So my mother, I think, used my problems to make people believe her when she will talk about it, because I think that she will. That's all.
Let me ask you a question, Julia, which is good for audience because I'm sure that a lot of people, they want to figure it out and see exactly what is the relationship in between you and your mom, your Karen's mom. So my question to you is, when did you figure it out that she's not your real mom?
It's hard question a little, because um, the press asked me for it, but it was like another the same, almost same question, but I will say it. I, I will answer for your question, but I have to say about this what I said to press. Press asked me for when I started to thinking that my parents aren't my parents, but it's about parents, but about mother is something another, that because it's like my mother, when I had panic attacks when I was young, like 8 or like 12, like even 16 or more or less, during my life, when I cried a lot and cried too loud, or started to give her hard questions, she tried to make me quiet, and it was I can give argument. I mean, I can give an example, because when I was 3 years in therapy earlier, and my mother paid for it, because I was in very bad mental condition, and I couldn't. I tried to work. I tried to have a part-time job, but it was really hard for me, really. And she said, one day that she will not pay for therapy anymore. That therapy doesn't help me, and she said too that I wasn't on last therapy, but it was the only day during 3 years when I didn't go to therapist. This was the only day, and she tried to make me thinking that this is the reason that she stopped paying for therapy. And it's like my mother 2 weeks after when I just finished therapy, so 2 or 3, I can remember, 2 or 3 weeks after. So I was in good condition after finished therapy, but I finished this therapy because I think that the reason is my mother found out that she noticed that I'm asking too much, too many questions, too many hard questions, not comfortable questions for her and other members of family. I think that this is the right reason. And 2 or 3 weeks after, I came home, and she started to shout at me, and she started to saying that I stole someone for 120,000. And she said something like that, and I was really I couldn't believe what she said, because it wasn't true, but it was something unbelievable for me that my mom says something like that. And she started she asked me for my account, on bank account. She told me that I have to show her my bank account, and I showed her, and she told to her husband that, oh, I can see this. I can see this. She didn't have this transaction, and she said, but I don't believe you. Give me your number card, phone card, because police need this. And I didn't want to argue with her, because I knew that I will not win this argument. So
This conversation and that events that you had, did that conversation lead you to believe that she's not the real mom to you just because she's mean or she's not trusting you?
No, but I'm trying to go to the right place in this interview, conversation, something like that. But this is the main thing, and I have to say it, because everything started from there. Maybe not everything, but this is the reason that I started to think more about her.
It about like my mom acting weird and why my mom basically not trusting me or believing me. Okay, so through your investigation.
But I have to say that police never talked with me, and it was scam. And I have to say one sentence, that I really think that she did it because she realized that I'm asking too many questions, and she did it because she exactly knew, she knows me, and she exactly knew that I will try to end my life. And I was lying to end my life then. I was in very bad condition when she did it, when she told me that, because it was something unbelievable for me that my mother says that I stole someone from such a big amount of money. And this day made me thinking that, okay, it's something here really bad, because she just wants to make me quiet. I asked her too many questions, and she didn't want to answer me. She changed a subject of conversation. So she wasn't no, już będę cicho. She wasn't a person who wants to talk with me. So
So,
it was the beginning.
so
Dziewiąta.
is any family members of yours that is starting to kind of like say that, yeah, we know something about your childhood, but we are not allowed to say that, or your mom is not going to allow us to say any kind of like a suspicion about that somebody is holding the mystery or kind of like some secret
Yes.
past?
Two people. And first person is my father. I thought for I don't know how long I felt like this, but I don't know, but for a long time, I noticed that he gives me some tips in conversations. I mean, he told me that my abuser